Hey, so we're doing something a little different on this one. Rather than just me kind of do my usual thing, I actually invited my buddy Frank here. We're going to talk about a show we've actually watched together.
I don't know this guy.
You're going to do me like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are, as I've put it a lot in some of my videos, but we watch a lot of Japanese tokusatsu stuff. Frank here demanded we record a little crash course of tokusatsu, so Frank, take it away.
Tokusatsu literally translates to, in Japanese, "It's not Power Rangers, Mom! God!" So, Tokusatsu literally translates to special effects. Think Godzilla, things like that. Unlike today, where, it's mainly CGI.
There's a lot of CGI.
There's still a lot of CGI in Tokusatsu these days, but it's still it's that rubber suit. It's
heavy emphasis on like special effects for like superheroes and science fiction kind of thing.
Yeah, Godzilla is probably the best thing to compare it to, along with, of course, Power Rangers. So
that one little video, that was his idea. He made me record that. So, there's a lot of different, tokusatsu shows. There is Power Rangers based on, Super Sentai, Godzilla, Ultraman. The particular one we're talking about is a season of Kamen Rider. It is Kamen Rider Ryuki. He's got the Blu-ray over there.
Kamen Rider Ryuki. This was the third season in the Heisei era after a 10-year delay, starting with Kuga, Agito, and then Ryuki.
I'm gonna say this is like the 10th season of the show overall, right? Like 10th or 11th, I think.
I'd have to look that up.
I want to say it's something like that. But so this was my first season, because like before I met you, I definitely knew about Kamen Rider. I just didn't know that much, and then. So the first Kamen Rider thing I ever saw was when we went and saw Shin Kamen Rider, the movie, at the theaters.
Yeah.
That was based on like the original series, wasn't it?
Yes, it was based off of, I guess you could call the first arc of the original.
The original, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little confused.
Yeah, I was a little bit too. I need to actually go back and watch the entirety of the first season. I've seen enough to where it's like, this is great, but...
but so this was the first kind of proper whole season of the show I ever watched. It's still the only full season of the show I've ever seen. We're watching... At the time we're recording this, the current season is Zets, the first season actually to be simulcast in Japan and the Western world.
Yeah.
So definitely going to be some comparisons to that here. But so Ryuki is definitely interesting. It's we always call it Kamen Rider Highlander because it's pretty much the plot to Highlander.
Yeah, there can be only one.
Yeah, so there's 13 riders all like fighting each other, but there can only be one, and whoever's left standing gets like one wish granted or something like that. So the whole season, that's kind of the ultimate goal, is all the riders kind of dwindling down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because there's always the gimmick. Multiple gimmicks for every season. This one they have like all the riders themselves are themed around like animals and such. Ryuki is like a dragon. Knight was like a bat, wasn't he?
Yeah, Knight was a bat.
Yeah, there was like a ray, a snake.
I think a crab as well.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all that, and then like the power gimmick is every rider gets like their power from some ridiculous thing. Here it's like Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yes, this was definitely, I think. I'm going to guess it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically that was the inspiration.
They had like the swirl and all that, like you see on the back of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. That has to have been like kind of an inspiration.
Yeah.
But yeah, so... And then I think a lot of the monsters were also kind of animal-themed, weren't they?
Yeah. So kind of... I guess something to compare between this and different seasons is that the monsters themselves were essentially just animals.
Yeah, because it's most of the other seasons. There's like one specific like villain source where they're all coming from, right?
Yeah, and they're usually a lot of times they tend to be people that can like transform into these monsters, and so they have some sort of agency to them, or whatever agency you can really give to a monster of the week.
Yeah, this season definitely does not have that. These are very much just like animals doing their thing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And yeah, and so the gimmick is that they like choose one of these specific monsters to like forge a contract with, essentially. So each time they defeat a monster, they feed it like its soul, I guess it was, and then they like get stronger. So the riders get like more powerful as the season goes on.
Right.
Naturally.
Yeah, it's not a it's not a battle manga without it, right?
Yeah. And I think you've told me that you think this is kind of like on the darker side for this series, just because like a major plot point is the writers having to like actually like fight and kill each other.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. It's definitely on the darker side, and I think some of the other seasons, what I've watched of Kuga, definitely has some of this.
Yeah. Like it's still very like kid friendly. It's very much still meant for young kids. Just this one's a little more kind of dark in nature, I guess.
Yeah, my first season was Forze, and he'll probably show some of Forze here. But that season compared to this is definitely a lot darker.
Yeah, I don't know much about Forze. We'll have to do that one day.
I would love to show you Forze.
All right, there we go. Next season on the list. It'll never end for us.
Yeah, I feel. We haven't even spoken about the mirror world, have we?
Yeah. So it's because there's always like some sort of gimmick of like, I guess, where they're coming from. In this one, it's the mirror world. So all of the monsters are like coming out of like reflective surfaces, like mirrors, glass, and abducting people. And so the writers, they always have to like stand in front of a surface to transform, essentially. Yeah.
Besides the obvious toy gimmick, that's probably the main theme of the show is the mirrors.
Yeah, I mean, it's like all over the intro, which the intro is amazing. So
oh yeah,
that's a great one.
I wish we could show a clip, but I'm pretty sure Toei would kill us.
So I'll maybe I can find some kind of loophole.
Maybe.
Yeah, Toei is very, very protective of its properties.
Yes, they are.
The fact that even the current season is airing here at all is nothing short of a miracle. Yeah. So yeah, there's some interesting like kind of plot beats in this, because there's a lot of stretches where like kind of there's no real plot development, where it's just kind of the characters doing their thing.
Yeah, I mean, this was, airing every week for...
Yeah, there's like 50 episodes, yeah.
Yeah.
So they had to... Because I specifically remember, I forget when it was, but there was that like 3-episode period around the middle where the episodes were like weird as hell.
Yeah.
I think that was like right around when they introduced that like new girl for like the magazine he works for.
Yeah, and she definitely stayed around, but... It felt like we were in some alternate reality.
Yeah, because everything just like stopped, and there were a lot of weird like edits and like scenes.
The mirror world of the mirror world, I guess.
How many layers deep are we gonna go?
Oh man. Shoot.
Yeah, but I mean, there is like the story when you kind of get down to like the main stuff is pretty solid. Yeah, there's some kind of interesting and kind of dark moments as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And the characters are all very likable, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then some are perfectly unlikable. Some are just those characters you really love to hate them.
That's true. And some are right in the middle.
Yeah. Frickin', the lawyer guy.
Zola,
yeah. Or as we call him, Miles Edgeworth.
He really was Miles Edgeworth.
He has so much... Okay, we gotta talk about Goro.
Oh, man.
So this lawyer writer, Zolda, he has this, like, friend, this assistant guy, Goro, this kind of young man who helps him out, and... the amount of like tension between them is absolutely hilarious.
There's a lot.
Yeah, it's the way I personally always saw it. I saw it that Goro was in love with him, and he was in love with Goro, but he didn't realize it.
Probably.
Not to like it, because you remember he kept hitting on like what was her name, Ray, the other girl from the from the newspaper. Yeah, he kept like hitting on her, but she just like would not reciprocate.
No.
But yeah, he was definitely probably the most interesting character. Was Kidoka, that was his name.
Yeah.
I forget. I'll just call him Edgeworth. No, not gonna do that.
So yeah, it's them, and then I guess we should talk about the main characters first.
Oh yeah, maybe we should talk about that.
Yeah. So
obviously Ryuki himself is the main character. He's like a dragon-themed rider.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
dumb as bricks.
Yeah, kind of dumb as bricks, but like hopelessly heroic.
Yeah.
He's like the one rider who isn't trying to like fulfill a wish. He's trying to stop the fight somehow because he doesn't want to see all these people kill each other.
Right. He's kind of a Pollyanna type, you could say.
Yeah. So yeah, just kind of like every possible thing like goes wrong for him, and he never can like fully decide like what he wants, especially as like the season goes on.
Yeah. And then there's his rival
partner, yeah, Knight, or Ren was his name, I think.
I think that was his name.
Yeah, very much kind of like the tough, cool, kind of mysterious kind of rider.
Yeah.
Usually can beat Ryuki's ass in a fight, but
it's always a thing about whether he's going to kill him or not.
Yeah, I mean, even though you know the answer to that.
Right.
So.
And then finally is the girl character.
Yeah. I forget her name, yeah, but she's not a rider, but her brother essentially is the one kind of organizing. It's not really much of a spoiler.
No, it's not. You find it out pretty early on that it's her brother that went missing, and now he's actually the one behind.
Yeah, he like gives all of the riders like their card decks and all that. So. Mm-hmm. But so those are like the three kind of main characters, and then there's all these other side characters. You have, because of course they have to like try and keep their identities secret, because that's always the freaking case.
Right.
So like so Ryuki, Shinji was his name. He has to like keep his identity secret from all like his coworkers, who are all also stupid, except for Ray, I guess. Except
for Ray, she's the only competent one.
There was also, I forget her name, there was like that other girl who has like a completely different hairstyle like every episode.
Oh yeah, she was like the website editor, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
She was maybe the most interesting character.
Yeah, and she had like this fun rivalry with like the other girl that showed up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's the editor-in-chief of their journal, and he's somewhere in there.
He's not bright, but he's not a complete stupid head.
He was in The Ring. Fun fact.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was in the. Whenever we watched The Ring, I was watching a little bit of Kamen Rider Ryuki before this, and I saw him. And I'm like, surely that's not him. I just got to be like being stupid or something.
What role was he in The Ring?
Very small. Like he's just like one of the people who shows up at the house and then bites it.
Huh.
So.
Interesting. I'll have to rewatch it now and look for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the Kidoka, the lawyer character, he's like kind of a villain at first, but then he kind of mellows out over time.
Right.
No, the real kind of like villain writer of the series, I forget his name, the snake one. Are you looking it up?
We gotta get this name right.
Yeah, but so he's like an ex-con who breaks out of prison, and yeah, he's just kind of that character you just love to hate him, because he's such like this smarmy, always has this grin on his face. His whole thing is he just like wants to fight, wasn't it?
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, he was a convict, and he just wanted to be the most powerful.
He has like Jafar's staff for some reason.
Yeah, well, it's a cobra specifically as a snake, as a cobra, and Kamen Rider Uja, who was was Takeshi Asakura.
Asakura, that I was trying to... Because they, like, don't use their writer names very often, do they?
No, they don't. It definitely feels like a series where the writer the writer stuff was sort of second, and the drama
Yeah.
was definitely at the forefront.
Okay, so now we gotta talk about my roommate.
Yeah.
So it's obviously this is a long show, like 50 episodes, so it took us quite a while because we're busy people. We don't have time to just watch this whole thing. So sometimes he would bring that Blu-ray there to my house and watch it here, or I'd go to his house. And there was one specific time, one of my former roommates were watching an episode. All of like there's a lot of like battles and stuff in the first probably like 5-6 minutes. Would you say?
Yeah, it's like a little bit of battle intro, and then a little bit more battle,
and then that stops and it goes to the more kind of human, serious stuff. Well, the exact moment the serious drama stuff starts, my roommate comes downstairs and kind of joins us for a bit because he was about to go out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we were kind of just looking at each other, kind of like, "Oh man, when is it gonna change?
When is the other shoe going to drop?"
Yeah, because here's this like totally kind of seemingly normal dramatic thing, and he's kind of like looking up every now and then. He's on his phone. And then, the first time there's like a monster in like a window or something.
Yeah.
I remember we're trying so hard not to laugh. He looks up and is just kind of a little confused. And then I think like the writers finally like transformed and jumped through. He finally asked us, "What movie is this?"
It was great.
So he was caught so off guard, and then he finally left before the episode was over, and we just started just dying of laughter. Because that's one of the things I remember most watching the show was just waiting for the stupid stuff to begin.
Definitely. I think that brings up another point, is that Kamen Rider, especially these seasons that were made, were a bit on the more mature side, especially compared to what would air alongside it, Super Sentai.
Yeah, Sentai was definitely more kind of like littler kids, I think.
Yeah. I don't know what season of Sentai aired along this. Probably Hurricane
I'm gonna say, this was like what, 02, 03, I think? That
02,
sounds like,
03.
like either Gao Ranger or Hurricaneger.
Yeah. So
The fact that we have this memorized is not good for us.
No.
Oh well. But yeah, because again, this is the only season I've seen in its entirety, so I don't have a lot of comparison notes myself.
Yeah, I guess they do. These seasons definitely did focus a lot on the drama.
Yeah.
These seasons felt more like your typical like J drama with some comedy aspects here or there.
A lot of comedy aspects.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of comedy. It kind of feels like a rom-com at points, and or it can be a legal show or a cooking show.
Yeah, there's a lot of legal stuff in there.
Yeah, there is.
And then I also distinctly remember. Do you remember there's like the episode or two where they're on the boat? They're on like a boat through the river, and I distinctly remember you said, "Man, Toei used to put money into these shows." And at the time, I didn't fully understand what you mean by that, but now that we've watched a lot of Zet's the current season, I see what you mean now.
Yeah, there used to be a lot more on-site locations.
Yeah.
And somewhere around, I feel like the 2010s or so, we kept just seeing the same places over and over again. And so whenever it was newer and fresher.
I mean, like, even like watching Ryuki this season, there's a bit of CG for like a lot of the like monsters they summon and all that, but it's still a lot of like practical like on-site locations.
Yeah.
But then you get to like the newer stuff and it's like almost all like green screens. The little bit of like real stuff is probably within like a 10-block radius.
Right. Yeah, they would film a lot at, I guess, their studios, really.
Yeah.
Or things adjacent to them. There are videos online, like, compiling all of Toei's different spots. And if you do what I do, which is terrible decision-making, you watch Kamen Rider and Super Sentai's block through torrents, just episode to episode, trying to capture week by week experience with commercials, and I did that, and man, I I was trained
There's
immediately.
Like spreadsheets on this.
I made spreadsheets on this.
I forgot you made one. That's dedication.
And so I kept seeing the same locations over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's even like watching like Power Rangers and stuff. You've told me like you're gonna see like that particular like quarry or something a lot.
Yes, Toei owns a f***ing quarry.
Really? I mean, like obviously the effects in this aren't like great, but it's like early 2000s TV CG. You can kind of excuse it.
Yeah, you can.
And it, like there's still a lot of actual like kind of martial arts and all that here. So yeah, so I like this season a lot. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really have anything to compare to, like you said.
Because, Shin Kamen Rider was very different compared to this.
Yes.
And then, Zets is... I mean, it's still Kamen Rider, but Zets is still very kind of, like, different from this. And I definitely do want to watch more at some point.
Yeah. Zets does have its moments of drama, but it's definitely...
Yeah, definitely a little more focused on kind of, like, the action fantasy aspects.
Yeah. I also don't think it's as good as this.
No, this is definitely a little better.
Yeah, there's plenty of people having their gripes with Zets. You can find them online, but I think it's fine for the most part.
I mean, again, it's the first season to air here in the West. We can't complain about that.
No.
I'm sure aren't there only like 2 seasons of Kamen Rider that got adapted into English over here?
Yes, there are 2 seasons that got official adaptations. That was Masked Rider, which was adapting Kamen Rider Black RX.
RX specifically. Okay.
Yes,
I could never remember if it was Black or Black RX.
Yes, it was Black RX.
And that was by Saban, so it was a spinoff of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Right. It's like the first episodes of the 3rd season of Mighty Morphin was a crossover. And
that's where Furbus came from.
Oh boy! Put up a picture of Furbus. Can you edit in a picture of Furbus between us?
I will have Furbus slowly creeping up behind us. Not the first time I've done that.
Okay, I'm gonna give Furbus a kiss. Thanks.
You do that. You do that.
Good Furbus.
But so there was that one, and then this one. So it's really weird. So Kamen Rider Ryuki aired in like 2002, and then Masked Rider Dragon Knight, wasn't that the name of it? Aired in like 2010.
I think so, like 08 to 10, something like that.
If you want to go get your DVD of it up there, just so you can show it off. Yeah.
Show my stupid bootleg DVD.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a few of those.
I do.
Yeah, so obviously not a lot of this stuff releases officially here in the States, but he got lucky and found this bootleg. Toei's gonna come for you now.
I'm on Toei's hit list.
Yeah, so because I don't think this ever did like officially release on like physical media here, did it?
I can't answer that. Yeah. It won an Emmy for like Suits or something. I know, for choreography. That's what it did.
I mean, it's got good choreography. Yeah, so it kind of earns that. I mean, I don't know how many other martial arts shows that were airing at the time.
No, probably not.
Was this also by Saban, or was this somebody else?
This was someone different. I don't think it was Saban. I remember Saban at some point was trying to do a new Kamen Rider series, but something happened with that. I think they tried to trademark Power Rider. It was going to be... I think that was the idea. It was going to be called Power Rider, but that never came through. That might have just been some random stuff for, like fake news sort of thing, but I don't know.
Very interesting. So do we want to talk about the movie?
Oh yeah, we got to talk about the movie. We got to talk about
episode's
final, the director's cut.
Yeah, so almost every like season of Kamen Rider has like a movie or two, right?
Right.
This one had one.
Yeah, they weren't really popping out movies left and right like they started to do later on. I'm not going to say nowadays. I think COVID kind of killed it. But like during the 2010s, they would do a winter and a summer movie. And I think there's a spring movie. And at some point, they were doing crossovers with the Super Sentai season every year. but I think that kind of stopped as well.
Yeah, so this movie, episode final, it's supposed to be like an alternate ending to how the show ends, but it came out like halfway through the show's run, which is really bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't entirely know exactly
because the movie gives away like major like plot spoilers for stuff that the show hadn't even gotten to yet. So.
Yeah.
And there's like a new, like, the one female writer in the whole like series as a whole is only in this movie. Right. She doesn't appear in the show at all.
I think the idea behind this was that this was the first theatrical release Kamen Rider film for the Heisei era, since they had their hiatus starting in the 90s.
Yeah, it's just kind of interesting of all the things, an alternate ending halfway through the show, Because this isn't even like the proper canon ending, is it? I'm pretty sure the ending to the show is what's considered canon, wouldn't it?
I believe so. They might have referenced it in later seasons, maybe in Decade or something. I'm not for sure.
And I like the ending to the show a little better than the movie. They're kind of similar, but I think the show is a little more, kind of dramatic and impactful.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, which so these, like, some of these, like, writers in suits have appeared in, like, other seasons, haven't they?
Yes, there have been anniversary specials. There are usually these anniversary specials between the seasons. You can find them in series like Decade or ZO. Besides that, they have kept these suits for any events. So you don't have to have actors. You just pop in a superhero and look, there they are in the background.
I mean, the actors are never the ones in the suits usually. So.
Oh yeah, no, never.
Yeah, but is there much else we want to say, or do you think we've kind of covered all our tracks on this one?
If you want to ever do this again, I'm happy to do it.
I mean, we watch a lot of these kind of shows, so if there's ever more we want to talk about,
We're currently watching Ultraman right now.
Original Ultraman. 60s. Maybe we could talk about that one. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you know what? Can I hijack your channel for a second?
Well, that depends on what you're going to do here, my friend.
Hi, Toku people. If you end up watching this because you're starving for Tokusatsu
this is the wrong place for that.
This is the wrong place. But recommend what Toku series we should watch. I'll take the hit for I'll take the hit for the piracy stuff.
Yeah, email everything to this man.
Yeah. And
I won't give you his email address.
I won't give my email address either. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, Toei owns a f***ing quarry.
Really?
Am I allowed to swear?